Welcome to the Eskimo experience. Battery level 120%, firing mode, Frosty.
Dr. James, checking in for the Eski couch. I got brother Timmy with me. Brother Connor, how are you, boys?
Good, man.
Yeah, very good. Very good.
Kaiser sent me a message, mate. He can't come in because he doesn't think he can do a podcast with a mask on for some reason. So,
I just thought that was because he didn't want to talk about the fact that, Tyler left Dynasty and then has the win straight away.
Still heartbreaking.
I mean, he's upset. I understand it.
Yeah.
But Jonesy and my prediction came true.
Yeah. It was big, wasn't it? Like
big.
Convincing.
Yeah.
Convincing.
Yeah.
So, and then hats off to those hats off to those guys. The Heat boys played an amazing tournament. They basically ran the same five for almost every point. The other boys got a spin here and there, but it was that solid five.
Yeah, it was slight variations on it, but I messaged Chad over the weekend, like while they were playing, and I spoke briefly to him and Ryan, like throughout it. But one thing I said to him, it was like, it was so obvious how much fun, like them as not just those starting five, but the whole squad was having. Like, you could just kind of tell it just by watching a webcast. They were quite literally having fun with the whole thing.
Yeah.
And he said, it was like one of the best 2 weeks they've had.
Yep.
Like, it was just a fun tournament the whole way through. So I think that's the old story, isn't it? Like, you take it serious, but if you're having fun with it,
makes it a lot easier.
Amazing how far that'll help carry things as well.
Yeah. Amen. And there was some great paintball. One thing I was really stoked to see, like Brandon Unger, I'm a big supporter of his. I think he's a great talent. To see in the finals, to him be leading the kill count, mate, I was chuffed to see that for that boy. It was pretty amazing. And Aftermath played some fucking wicked paintball.
Look, they probably went a bit further than I thought they were going to. Well, and I mean this through watching them over the weekend. Because as it was quite often commented, they very naturally fell into this very defensive sort of play, and that's when they started losing.
Yep.
But then as soon as Mike could give them a kick up the arse, they sort of put the foot on the gas again, and then all of a sudden they were right in there. Same could be said for like Thunder, were very impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, Thunder played well.
They did.
I was really happy to see that. It was a really good weekend. I mean, I was disappointed for Damage. I mean, they were just hot and cold, but I know Keith Brown hurt himself.
Yeah, dislocated his thumb, so
snapped that back in and just got on with it.
Yeah,
but
injury on X Factor as well.
One of the guys did his knee. One of the younger fellas.
Yeah, I can't think of who it was now, but and then that ended up putting Cold in there for every point.
But that was to their benefit.
It wasn't a bad thing.
It was great. It was great to see him back out and playing as much as he was.
And just stomping down there,
The real impressive one, actually, I will say it was Dynasty, though. The fact that they kept losing guys.
Yeah.
And, just found a way to get through. Finished fourth out of prelims. And was like, when I heard that, I was really damn surprised that that's how high they finished. I knew they'd made it out, but that bracket of theirs was so tight.
Just, I wonder what the thought process, Grayson didn't get many points at all. And when Alex did his hammy or something, I thought he would have been in there for sure, but they still didn't give him the go.
I don't know whether they're
well.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did play well.
Penalties.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I think. So this was in our SDK chat. We were just talking, Stevie and I watched most of the games live, at least the early games.
Yep.
So we saw those couple of Dynasty games, and we both went, fucking Urena. But then he said something that was probably true, that this was his opportunity. He probably knew that.
Yep.
And I think he tries so good, and Stevie was saying this, he thinks he tries so hard that he accidentally or just pushes it that little bit further than he should.
Yep.
And that's how he draws these penalties. It's not out of that's how he plays. I think it's out of him just trying so hard to prove himself and to
just pushing the envelope as much.
Yeah, and to do his job for the team. So but then he settled right in, looked very impressive. Yeah, it was great to see from him. I was a little
100%.
surprised not to see Grayson out there a bit, but I mean,
Yeah,
Dynasty are like that. They'll work until you will get on the team, but you
Yep.
might not play for a fair while until they've really built that confidence behind you.
yep.
Might
Which is
get you
fair
off
enough. Which is
Yeah,
fair enough.
Yeah.
You got
They've
to
got
earn.
their core team, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got to earn the right, and that's the same in any team. You're not just
Yeah.
handed spins. You got to earn the right. But I just thought when they were down those bodies, I thought he
down
might have.
Dalton, down Alex. Yeah,
Yeah, I thought he might have just got the nod then. But there's obviously method in their madness.
carried him through.
Yeah.
Like Blake
Yeah.
played really well. Like Yosh played fantastic.
Yeah, Yosh
Yeah.
played well.
Given he was in a shitty bunker,
Yeah.
if they locked you into that thing, you really didn't have much option of where to go. But yeah, he played really well. Ryan, as always, and Marcelo, as always. Like, you expect nothing less of those two. But
and that's the thing, like 4 weeks ago, Ryan's saying he's back, he's trying to get his back right, and then to come out and play the tournament that he played was,
and still not quite at 100%, supposedly.
yeah, it's just phenomenal,
Yeah.
And he was in the snake. He was doing whatever he had to do. He was pushing it. So, which you'd expect, Been
Well, that was
playing it for that
actually,
long.
yeah, and that was another thing like we had spoken about last week, or the week before, when we were talking about my NXL about what field layout and all the rest, and said that on paper that the Philly event looked like it was going to be shit. But I reserved judgment, and sure enough, I've said it before, and geez, I should listen to myself. Do not doubt Jason Trojan's field designs.
Yeah.
Yep.
It played really well.
It was entertaining.
Yeah.
It was great. It was entertaining. There was shit. Doing his 7-second point with 2
I'm
kills
amazed.
in
Is that the fastest point that's ever been done?
Fastest point ever, 7 seconds. So
Who
previous
would've
to that,
thought
previous to that,
I
it
would
was
have got that right.
mate. 3 years
would've
ago,
thought?
3 years ago, if you'd have said would run the length of the field, take 2 kills, and hit the buzzer in 7 seconds, I would have laughed my ass off at you.
Yeah. Because my boy Smoketroff got it in 9 seconds, and I was like, okay, that's tough. Like, holy hell.
and he is legit fast, Motion.
Yeah, 100%. So he's
around that perfect route. He's definitely proven he's got some legs on him. But
Yaya posted his barrel cam footage of that too. So if you don't follow Yaya on Insta, jump on there and check that out. It's pretty fucking cool.
It was that's those new little optics cameras that most of the guys are running around with.
They're pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I've definitely been looking at one. I'm like,
I looked and I thought about it, and I went, I want to see how many get shot first and then how they hold up.
Well,
that
plus
would be an
side of that,
expensive replacement.
it's only that big. It's not like you got GoPro sitting there.
Yeah, true. No, 100%. It's not like it's a massive target, but just
it's
naturally where you're going to put it.
Yeah.
And just I'm interested in how it holds up, and then quality of footage and stuff.
Yep.
I think the quality of footage on those is great for like those social media clips.
Yep.
Not any good for like anything beyond that.
Well, it's like 15 minutes per camera, I think.
Yeah. It's short recording time, but I mean they are small, so that's not
yeah.
Still pretty cool. Pretty cool gear.
Yeah, pretty dope bit of technology there.
Also, didn't realize they have an Australian store as well.
Do they?
Yeah.
Because that's only just started.
I was like, okay.
Yeah, okay. You could pick one up, get it delivered to an Australian address, mate, and pick it up at Sevens if they open the borders.
Exactly, mate. Exactly. I'm thinking about it, but it'd be great.
To the other surprise, we did briefly speak about this, but NYX came out doing their usual talk and lip and giving everyone shit, and they didn't care who it was. I did laugh when they won the first point in the Heat game.
$1 million budget.
Hussein went over and gave an absolute mouthful to the pits. Next point, Tyler comes out, hangs the flag, loaded dumps on him a couple of times. Which was pretty cool. But those guys actually showed like they got a bit happening. Pretty deep on a Sunday for those boys, which was pretty cool.
Very impressive. It was. Like I said myself, like I'm not the biggest NYX fan. Like I find them entertaining on occasion, but I'm very much at that put up or shut up sort of stage. At least how I feel about them, and they're definitely putting up. So if they want to do that, and they can talk trash, half their luck.
Agreed.
Also
Agreed.
I won't be
Revo,
upset when I say Yeah.
Like beating River, I was like, oh, okay, all right, this is a new NYX we're seeing at this tournament. Like,
and that's, Rich Telfer was at it, like he spoke about it a heap on the Go Sports stream, and he's been spending a bit of time with those boys, which is good. I was impressed with Harris, man. Like I've never seen him play paintball that well, and he wasn't afraid to go anywhere. Like he was in the Snake, he was in the Doritos, he was up the center, he was.
That's one thing. As much as he's trash talking and that, like, can either be entertaining or give you the shits. His consistency in his skills has been there. Like he's always proven. Like I've always thought, like he's definitely one of their better players.
Yep.
I think Pat Craft usually gets more of a nod of being their best player, but you can make a good argument for Harris. It's just literally his whole back he's a bit older and he's a bit bigger. That's it. But then, I mean, shit, look at his break shooting, his gunfighting, his willingness to get in. Admittedly, I think that Snake helped.
Yeah.
This weekend, like the layout did allow them to play. It really benefited those aggressive teams. Like we were saying about Aftermath, like that would fall back in that defensive posture, wouldn't necessarily help them. Damage not doing so great.
Yeah.
Again, it's not even though they're a team that can be aggressive, they're not generally that aggressive.
Yeah.
So it was definitely one of those fields that it was rewarding a team like NYX, and they made the most of it, which was good.
Yeah, they really did. And Caro playing for them in the Snake, like, man, he
made a big difference.
He had a
that
tournament.
was a great pickup for them.
Yeah, he had a tournament, that kid, and he was under the weather. He had the flu, and he wasn't 100% to still come out and perform like that. Like, man, he played some ball, which was good to see. Let's touch on Fedorov's impact back.
How happy did he look?
Huge.
No, seriously, that was what actually, it was partially him that made me like say to Chad, like, hey, it's obvious how much fun you guys are having.
Yeah.
Because he just looked buoyant. Like,
mate, he was dancing after he killed people. He was having a ball.
Do you guys follow Verbnal on Instagram? So the photographer. If you don't, you need to right now.
100%.
He's been just uploading just little clips of, like, obviously his burst of shots. And Fedorov just like at the end getting shot, and he's like, ah!
How was that clip of him sliding into the Dorito one? Just nice little hip slide.
So good.
Cloud.
My best one though is the memes. Like the memes of the last week have been fantastic. Like obviously the surface was a big talking point going into it.
Yep. Justifiably
and it was the meme that kept on giving. And it, to be honest, I don't think it was as bad as what it probably looked to start with.
I reckon it was as bad, but as soon as, you got that first two brackets out of the way, all those cornrows were gone, mate.
Yeah,
it was just bull dust.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, that was the question that I first asked Chad, was like, how's the dust boogers? Because it was something he and I would always have a joke about playing at Rouse Hill. And he goes, man, it's so bad. But then, that clip of Fedorov sliding in was there. Yeah. And someone made a meme out of it and cut straight to the Clone Wars, and like all the clones coming through. It's like, that works.
Nice.
See, that was great though, because I saw that one as well, and then they commented the wrong like planet, and then just all the Star Wars nerds just went off, like everyone was catching. It's like, no, this is more important. Yeah.
But he was hugely impactful though. Like you could see just like how much he's been missing it.
Yep.
And I think how much he made the opportunity, made the most out of the fact that he knew he was lucky to get his visa.
Yeah.
He said that in his podcast that he did with Tyler and Marcelo and Play the Game, that he was lucky. He got told he could have it, he grabbed it, and he jumped on a plane straight away. There was no
see you bye.
No thinking about it. It's like out.
Yep.
I think he said in that he was going home straight after the event, but then he was coming back for a longer stint in the lead up to Cup, because I know they're looking to do some clinics and stuff.
Yep.
But he was a huge impact. Obviously, the pickup of Tyler for Heat was a huge impact as well. He was able to come in.
Those two guys, I think they played every point. Like they didn't sit one.
Yeah, they didn't sit a point.
So, which was just massive. So, which is
actually
cool.
the other one that I think is worth mentioning the Heat starting lineup.
Big Bird. Yeah.
For a man that loves the dude, like
Yeah.
And he played fantastic. Like you wouldn't normally say he's in their starting 5.
Yep. Exactly.
But obviously this field, man, like he proved it. Like he was there. He was consistent. He was good.
Shots off the break from that man too. You know, like he was getting G's. You know.
Yeah.
I got a lot of time for Bird, man. Like he when he came out and played out here, like, man, having him
our
in
little kitchen hang and stuff like that.
Yeah. But having him in the pits when we were playing was just phenomenal, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like he's
got a good head on his
mind.
shoulder.
Yeah. His mind for paintball is just unreal. Most of those US pros have, like, obviously they've got a good paintball head, but he's just next level. So
he also has he delivers it well.
Yeah.
Like the way he can talk it through.
Yep.
He
to anyone, like he can tailor that conversation to anyone and get his message across, which, you know, hence why he was the coach for the time that he was. But man, he just gets it through to you, which is cool.
Yeah.
It's very cool. Anyone else? Any other standouts for you guys?
I mean, I was happy with my Russians. They played well with like 6 guys in the coaching stuff. So I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah, they did it all, didn't they? You know, like they were coached, they were pit crew, they were, you know, doing their
things consistent. Like they had to dig deep. It was
I mean, I think just when you run in with that small of a roster, right? Especially with that field, like
And I can tell you right now, from having that experience of like going that far away without that support crew and that, it's so much harder.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they'll have the support of like the Dye, like anyone from Dye would have jumped in to help them in the pits and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And they would have pit crew. But even so, it's not the same.
Yeah.
It is not the same.
Exactly.
So it was just a very good tournament. Like I thought, like
I legit, I would watch the first 2 brackets before I went to bed. So I'd watch those first 2 brackets. I'd go to bed. I'd wake up at I think the first day I got up at 5, watch the rest of that day's play, and then the upload happened. I'm like, fuck, we're in, and watch the next bit. You know, like my missus was getting the shits. All I wanted to do was watch paintball. And then same with, you know, Sunday, and then Monday, obviously lockdown. I didn't have to go anywhere, so I stayed home and watched paintball all day Monday. And if you're watching this, Sam, I did do some work too, mate.
Did anyone watch the Ironman beat Impact?
Oh
no, I haven't gone back to watch that yet.
Mate,
I want to. Like, I missed that.
It is good. Yeah.
Because they really underperformed. Like I saw their other games, they really underperformed this weekend.
Yeah, it was uninspiring. This is the kind of podcast I want Nick to be on, to have this conversation. So if you're listening, Nick, we miss you, buddy. So
and that's the thing. Like I know they're a better team than that.
Yeah,
it's just I don't know whether it would have been layout, whether it would just shit just didn't work for them.
Look, they had some moments of brilliance. Like Thomas Kim had some great moments of brilliance.
Thomas is on Aftermath now.
Oh,
yes,
what's his name?
Then they also
I know who I'm thinking of.
The tall guy as well.
His name was. What's his name? I'm going to cut this bit out.
You know, leave it in.
Hey,
Nick, we don't know the name of your players, though.
Yeah. Nick, this is why we need you here, Nick.
I do if I'm watching it. But
what am I saying? I can't remember now. But moments of brilliance. They did have some moments of brilliance, but that was it.
Yeah. I don't think there was any team that really got pants like. No, there were a couple, but
yeah.
Even like ML beating 8. I mean, holy shit.
And damage,
Oh, sorry, not 8. Yeah,
Uprising.
Damage, and I'm thinking up.
Uprising.
Sorry. Level.
There was
beat 8.
There were some great moments through the tournament, and it was good. It was good. I was chuffed to be able to spend the time and watch it. Normally I don't. I've normally got other shit on, but it was great to be able to see all of it.
I was in a massive daze on Monday. I was like, I did the same as you, Jonesy. Like, here, us in the West Coast, like, if it's an East Coast tournament, like World Cup or MAO, it works out great for us because it's a dead 12-hour time difference.
Yep.
So it's real easy. So first games are at 8 p.m. I can watch the first 2 brackets. I'm in bed, like, finishing off. That's all good. And then I naturally wake up early anyway, so I'll usually catch at least the last bracket.
Yep.
The Heat had the last couple of brackets, so I just sort of get myself up that little bit earlier. And then when Sunday rolled around, it was just I think I went to bed. 11:30. I was awake at 3:30 our time. I was literally driving to work while the final was happening. So I had the stream going, just listening to it in the car.
not that it was in a holder or anything while you were driving.
No, it was definitely in a holder. I had the screen off. I was literally, dude. With this thing, it doesn't help having any glare around me, so it was literally just so I could hear commentary. But I was pulling in the gate, just chuffed as anything, because it was literally the last point that they secured it. And then the rest of that day, I was just like, all right, I'm going to go home and go to bed.
I think this is the first tournament finals I've actually got to watch at home in years. I've always had to sneakily watch it at work.
Yeah.
While serving customers and just sort of playing the finals on my phone.
Well, mate, running dealerships, I used to just lock myself in my office and watch the finals on Monday morning. And I used to do that. It was quite acceptable for me to do that. But it was nice to be able to sit at home on the couch and enjoy it. The late start killed me. I thought, we're starting at 10 o'clock again, because it was 10 o'clock our time. They were kicking off. I was like, sweet. 10 o'clock, I was sitting on the lounge with the miss, and I go,
11 o'clock.
Paintball's on in 10 minutes. She goes, all right, I'm going to bed and I'll be up in a couple of hours.
Yep.
It started an hour later, and then they had overtime points. Oh, it was just chaos. So
that probably helped me more than anything else, because it meant that I woke up, because I wasn't going to deliberately wake up too early.
Yep.
I wanted to wake up early enough to know who was in the final. And it was just like, oh, holy shit, he definitely made it. Sweet, cool. I mean, but when it would have started, they were still playing Div 2 and all the rest. And I was just like, okay, cool, go get ready.
Yeah.
So it meant listening to it on the way to work.
Tidy. Now, there were other events on the weekend.
Yeah, believe it or not.
So there was another. Yeah. So how did you boys go, Timmy?
It was.
You got some jewelry?
No, I don't, because I stuffed up and I did a cry and didn't have a medal.
You even had an extra week, bro.
No, we did. So actually, that's what screwed the pooch. So through the delay, there was a few things that sort of added in there. And one of the random ones was just literally the guys that I get the medals through had dramas with their engraver. So they said, hey, look, they're not going to be ready this week. Chase us up next week and we'll have them for you.
Yep.
Yeah, partially their cock up because they didn't, but also mainly on me because I didn't chase them up until too late. Yep. And they're like, oh, yeah, no, we didn't get the parts till Wednesday. And I'm like, okay, so we're not going to have them? No. I'm like, shit. All right, cool. Yeah. Thankfully, I cannot say how much I appreciate the WA paintball community. We had reffing shortages the week before, which is actually one of the big reasons we delayed it.
Yep.
Wasn't really the weather. The weather was a factor, but it kind of just all snowballed together. So reffing was solved going into the weekend, and then unfortunately circumstances happened, and I ended up with 4 refs for the day. Thankfully, four of the better refs, and we were just straight up with all the players like, "Hey guys, this is it. This is all we've got. We want you to keep playing the way you have been." I will say this for the local league, WA players are really clean. There's always one or two that'll push it or just not realize something. But for the most part, there's very few complaints from the refereeing side of things when they spot things. So we just basically said to everyone, it's like, hey, right, we got four refs for the day. Bear that in mind if you're going to carry on like a pork chop. Be aware there's four people. There's not enough set of eyes out here realistically. But in the same vein, play clean, play the way you do. If a ref spots something, expect the flag to be red. That's the way it's going to go. Yep. And there were no dramas. I think the refs themselves said they missed probably 2 calls all day.
Yeah, nice.
I didn't really have any complaints from any of the players. The standard of play was really good. We lost our first prelim game in a long time to Plague.
Yeah, nice.
We should have drawn that game, but we kind of screwed that up on our own time management. But Plague played really damn well. Menace played really damn well. The Division 2 teams all played well. Everyone, again, like the NXL and Philly, every team had moments of brilliance in Perth on Sunday. It was great. Luck with tournaments, held up with weather. We got a little drizzle of rain about 11 o'clock. That stuck around for maybe 10 minutes, and then that buggered off. And then we finished the day out, and as soon as we were done, absolutely came thumping down. So that timed out really damn well.
Wash the bunkers for you.
Wash the bunkers, we went out and pulled all the bungs, thankfully, before that rain hit, so didn't have things blown away. But no, that was it was a real fun layout. It was a real fun day. We had Pure won Division 2, so they played as 2 and Pure.
Yep.
The last time, so that's Paul's team. And then we won Open against Plague, who, as I said, like they beat us in 1-0 in the prelims.
Yep.
That's our first prelim loss we've had in a couple of years.
Playing better.
Admittedly, then the final was 2-0. So we readjusted and whatnot, but they played really damn well. And usual thing, Chris Dickens was a standout for them. They had other standouts as well, but he proved why he played so well at the sevens.
He can ball, can't he?
Yeah.
So he's got some skills.
Yeah, he always has done. He's just quiet. He's always been him. And when he puts the extra effort in, like he has been with training and stuff, it just gets him so much sharper.
Yep.
And it's like, and the stupid thing is, he's not any slouch anyway.
Yep.
So he's just one of those that just sort of get along and don't give him his due. He will shoot you out in about half second flat.
And a humble guy, he's humble as fuck, which is cool. I rate that. I think that's an important thing. So which is cool. Very cool. Very cool. So you guys were first. Followed by
Plague second.
Yep.
Plague. Menace came third.
Yep.
Again, there was usual thing because there's only we only had 6 teams. We had 3 in each division.
Yep.
There was in both divisions not even half a game between who made it into finals and who didn't.
Yeah, true.
Plague made it through because they had. I think they actually had one. No, they only had a draw. So it came down to the last game was what happened. So Menace had a loss to us.
Yep.
They needed to beat Plague to get into finals.
Mm-hmm.
And Plague needed to either win or draw, and they got through. And Plague ended up beating Menace. I think it was a pretty tight tight prelim between them. So they got through. And Menace just missed out. And then it was pretty similar in Division 2. So it had Pure in first place, as I said, Tyrants in second.
Yep.
And then third team called Misfits. They were a throw together between the kids that normally play with Western Storm and a few of the Impure guys. Both teams didn't have enough players to sort of field their normal team. So, they threw themselves together and, played pretty well.
Cool. Yeah.
It was a cool day.
Nice. It's back. Paintball's back for you. So very
definitely.
Cool.
And as I say, one of those that makes me really appreciate the WA community for. I know in any other state, and this is no disrespect to every other state, but there is no bullshit over here. It's great. Like I don't have to put up with the headaches. Everyone understands where we're at. Everyone's willing to help. I went and set the field up on Saturday. Had young Adam Evans, kid we spoke about after the last SDK one with the one.
Yep.
Played his first ever 5-man on Sunday. He was there Saturday helping me set out. Paul came in a little bit later, helped out. Anel came out after. It doesn't help. She's my girlfriend. She has to.
Yeah.
But she had work training. She came straight up to the field and helped me out there. Obviously, Brad as always. So, but it's just nice. You get people offering to help and jump in, and we'll go through and we'll work with falling short on refs and all that sort of stuff. It's nice to not have that.
The shit.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, I really appreciate it though.
Yeah, that's cool. Very cool. There was another event as well down in Wagga. Yeah, Wagga. Which would have been cold as fuck. But so down in Wagga, if you didn't catch it on Dwayne's show, which is PBHQ, Tropic Thunder come away with the win, Anomaly Paintball with the second, and Make It Rain with the third. So that was pretty cool. All reports, good day down there. It's always a good event down at Dwayne's Field. I enjoy playing down there. It's always fun. But so that's some results there. If you haven't played an event at Project Paintball, get down there and do it. If you haven't played an event at NXL at Perth, Timmy's always keen to grab some more teams over there. So get your boys together and head over there. You probably do with a couple of refs too. So is everyone frozen or is it just me? Maybe it's me. So yeah, get down and see the boys down there if you can.
Hey,
I'm
Hey, he's back.
what's up?
Froze.
Round two. Round two.
I'm going to be really interested when you get to that recording, like whether it stops where you are,
Yeah.
or whether it caught what I said afterwards.
Yeah, I don't know, but you were just like this to me.
Yeah.
That's what you were doing. It's like,
Yeah, your face was sideways. It was great.
Was it?
yeah, you were just like, I'm like, did the whole thing freeze? And then like
Yeah.
Connor was moving. I was like, oh no, we're good. So we just kept
Yeah.
going.
It was us because the TV stopped as well. So yeah,
Dropped the interwebs.
yeah,
Yeah.
which is weird. I'm pinging 52.
It'll be the amount of people on because and this is a factor with lockdowns, as we said just offline before. Everybody online,
Mate, I'm a new subdivision. There's like 2 houses to my right and 15 to my left, and they're putting more blocks up. But I've got plenty.
Yeah,
Ooh.
you should be. Yeah,
Yeah.
So anyway, meh. So we had a slight technical hitch. Yeah, it's 100% it's my fault. 100%. Just blame the refs, man. Blame the refs.
Yeah.
So where did you guys get up to?
You were just discussing if you haven't played in Wagga, play in
Get
Wagga.
down and play in
Are
Wagga.
if you're over in WA or you want to come over to WA and play, obviously
When
hit
they
me
let
up.
you.
Yeah, when we let you. Like we do pick and choose.
If you want to have a holiday and referee in WA and you have a little bit of a head about you that can actually referee, hit Timmy up as well. I'm sure he'd be
We
keen
also
to-
won't say no to that.
Yeah.
I also won't say no to my friends coming over, Jonesy, and us
Yeah, I
going
know.
down south and cruising around.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
yeah.
For
No,
sure.
I was just getting on to just saying about how with most of the country under lockdown, that's now gone on to impact a few upcoming events though. This weekend's NXL in Victoria has been delayed.
Roger.
So yeah, that's the one of the first ones. The other one I have heard, which will impact yourself, was piano.
Yeah.
I think that's more to do with haven't got the field finished with that lovely turf that they've been trying to lay.
Well, they've been putting in the work to get it done, haven't they? I haven't said I haven't seen any updates, but yeah. So,
Yeah, no, they've said now that they're going to postpone until they haven't picked a new date yet.
Cool.
Because I know Paul was telling me about this. Like he was planning to be there, obviously as well.
Yep.
But yeah, that they've decided that the field won't quite be ready, so they want to make sure that's all Mickey Mouse before they hold the next round of piano. So that's been delayed as well.
So now it doesn't clash with the one in New Zealand. So if the borders do open, look out.
Yeah.
Hey.
You might get an influx over there.
Hopefully. There was already a few on the way. I was like, okay, right. Yeah.
Yep.
Interesting.
So, we've had a good team. Yeah. Well, still had a good team, but would have made it a bit more interesting.
Might still happen. It
Yeah.
might.
Hoping.
It's only
Good fun.
10 days away.
Yeah.
So yeah, one of those fun things where 10 days away, but no one knows what's going on. And speaking of which, not long before we went live tonight, there's been an update from the sevens.
Yeah, Masters. So
change the dates around, which we knew other dates changing for the lower divisions anyway, like just for the other rounds, only because they've kept the pro weekend as the first weekend.
Yeah, but I think that I appreciate shit happens, but man, like just keep one date the same, guys. Come on. So just one.
Yeah. I only saw that the weekend it was changed to the 5th through the 7th of November. I don't know the reasoning behind it.
Yeah.
I just assumed it was a logistics thing.
I'll happily just take the piss, but yeah, it is November 5th, 6th, 7th now. Semi-pros 13th, 14th, and amateur 21st, 22nd.
It's probably so it didn't run into the middle of December, because that isn't the 21st, 22nd, the original pro weekend, the Masters.
Look, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. I'm pretty
So
sure
it's
it
basically
was.
just reversed around from the original dates there, where semis stayed the same and pro and am.
Did semi change, Connor? Like there are a couple of boys in your team that were saying they'd booked their leave and stuff.
Yeah, I think it changed.
They were saying they'd booked leave and now they've had to switch that around too. So, which, it's all good and well. Yeah, there's plenty of notice, but some people have to book their shit, like they're leaving that a lot earlier than most, which makes it hard. Like, some of those boys, they're booking 5 months out to make sure they've got the time off.
Yeah.
See, this is just the joys of not having any time off, is you just really have to get in and get out, and that's about it.
Yeah.
That's it.
You're just like, okay, cool.
But it does, it is. Yeah. Does make it hard to plan. So yeah.
I'll be the devil's advocate and back up Mike on this one. It's like this year is a bit screwy in a plan as well from an event standpoint, because I've gone through this obviously here in Perth. Like, I never delay anything. Like if I say something's going on that weekend, that's when it's going on. Last weekend just was probably, I think, the first or maybe the second time I've ever had to delay an event.
Yep.
With the exception of last year, obviously with COVID. But yeah, it makes for planning events pretty freaking hard as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I would imagine that would have been them realizing that, hey, if we keep running the pros the first weekend, we'll be running Total War on Christmas Day.
Well, what they had originally, it was 14th, 13th was novice amateur. Okay, novice is canned, so it would have just been 13th, 14th amateur. Semi-pro was 20th, 21st, and pro was 26th, 27th, 28th.
That's right. Sorry, that's the one.
Okay,
I'm thinking. I thought the 20th because of August.
Yeah, no.
Yep.
But so obviously moved one up and then just swapped amateur and semi-pro around. But so is what it is. Dates have changed. If you,
it's at least that, as you said, there's been enough notice. I mean, shit for those that need to change their leave, but
look,
hopefully the workplaces aren't assholes.
Yeah. Well, some of the guys have government jobs, so they definitely are assholes.
In the same vein, then there's flexi leave there, people.
100%.
Work an extra hour on a Friday and then take.
They could be sick too.
Yep.
have a sickie on the Friday, boys.
It does happen.
It does. I remember a couple of years ago, I was working for a bloke and I had my leave booked in for a tournament. And he needed me to be at work Saturday afternoon. Right? I said, man, I've got my leave booked. I can't do anything about it. And he goes, I will fly you back Saturday at 4:00. You just be here at work at 5:00 and do this 2 hours, and then I'll fly you back in the morning. That was from Tamworth. So, so that's what we did. I flew back Saturday Arvo, and I said, man, it's the way it is. I'm gone. I'm not here. Well, this is what I will do. Okay, well, if you're happy to do that, I'll do that. But just rest assured, I need to be back.
Yeah.
So
we'll be back.
But
easy.
So that was So sometimes bosses can be arseholes, but can be pretty fair about it too.
I mean, that's pretty cool. Yeah. If your boss is going, shit, I really need you, but then works in with your plans.
Yeah, which was
that's cool. He deserves a hats off for that one.
100%. Yeah. So 100%. So all good. Any other news?
No, that's about it. I don't know. Yeah. Obviously, everyone's. You guys won't be playing paintball at least for another week and a bit.
Yeah, like I was meant to be out there last weekend. I was gutted, and they locked everything down Saturday. Mike's still got my Barbie. Like he's been babysitting my Barbie since I lived in a unit. So,
so you're desperate for a Barbie. So that's why you actually.
Like I've got another Barbie. I've got like a little Weber Cube, but he's had my big 6-burner for 18 months almost now.
What you mean his nice new one that he's got at the field that he's using for cooking up?
Exactly right. It's actually at the shop now. It's halfway. So it's from his house to the shop.
That's his breakfast cooker.
Yeah, Adam would be using it for sure, mate.
Yeah.
But so he loaded it up and I rang him Saturday afternoon. I said, I guess we're not coming out tomorrow. And he goes, nah, your Barbie's at the shop though. If you want to come get it now, I said, I ain't going anywhere now, man. So I'll pick it up in 2 weeks. So
and we're, to be honest, man, we're in the same boat. So we're supposed to come out of all things going ahead like they are at the moment. We should be coming out of lockdown midnight Friday, morning Saturday. So yeah, if that is all good, yeah, great. We'll be at training on Sunday, but otherwise,
no chance.
All quiet on the Western Front.
Yep.
You're the
I'm
same,
open for training. Yeah.
You're hoping.
Hoping
crossed.
for it. Yeah, it's been raining like heavily here every single weekend. So I'm looking for something that's a bit less than that.
Yeah.
Hopefully just get out there and do some drills. Yeah.
It's only got to look like rain and I won't play. Even humidity counts as rain for me, I think. So
that's no good. I played half of my career in bloody Asia, so everything looked like humidity.
Yeah. True.
Very good. All right. Well, let's hope that little interlude in the middle of the video catches everything.
Hopefully, I really
hopefully
hope so.
That would be good. Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see because you two.
I took over hosting duties for about the 15-20 seconds that it went for.
Yeah. Nice.
I was like, oh, Jonesy's gone. Right. Well, we're going to take the piss out of him and then
exactly.
Perfect. All good. Well, we'll see how it comes out. I won't edit it out. We'll leave it in there for a laugh. How's that?
Lovely. Yeah.
So if you're up to this bit, that's exactly how the video was. It was just plain and simply a fuck up. So we got technologied. So
NBN.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I did. I pinged pretty good, but like I was
hitting 50s, you get same sort of connection I get, man. It's
not your fault. Not your fault.
Fiber to the premises, baby. So all good. All right, boys. Well, you guys have a wonderful week. Thanks to everyone for checking in. There is one more week on the Buy Me a Coffee. Buy a coffee, get in the draw. We've got those 3 shirts up for grabs. There haven't been many people that entered. So now if you haven't done it, now's a good chance to jump in and maximize your chance. All good. So that's that. And we're good.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. We'll speak to you all next week.
Done.
See if we can find something to talk about. I'm sure we can dribble shit.
We'll find something. There's plenty of shit we can dribble. So, all good. Righto, boys. Thanks for checking in. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Give us a like. Give us a share. If you're on Spotify or iTunes, do a little review for us. Help us get up there. That would be pretty sweet if you could share some love. Righto, guys. Thanks for checking in, and we'll see you all next week.
See you next week.
Cheers.
Catch you, boys.
Powering off.